If you are logging in to MyTeam today, this is what matters. First off, let's jump right into it. Daily challenges. Every single day you can get your 5,000 MT. Make sure you knock these out. You don't even have to win the multiplayer, you just have to play it. So make sure you do all these. It is free MT, 35,000 a week. If you do it every day, it adds up quickly. The other daily thing you always want to do is your exhibitions. Come in here, make sure you have a player. If you don't, have an old school amethyst, that's okay. You can miss one or two, but do pretty much every one you can, and it adds up over time. It's free. There's no reason not to. As you level up your rep, you'll start unlocking better and better exhibitions. So just keep on top of it. I will do all of these just to make sure that I get maximum value for the day. Moving on to what's going on for the weekly challenges. So we'll come over here. Season 3 weekly challenges. There should be a new wild gems tomorrow, so you only have 19 hours if you haven't done these. They're very easy, but they must be done in pickup, which is a mode specific to this menu. If you're looking in game modes, you won't find pickup games. So you have to come click on the challenge and then play the game directly from here. But hypothetically, this can all be done in one game. You can make 12 3-pointers in one clutch time game, easily get 20 points, and then it's just one dunk and one win. So these can be knocked out in just one game, and there'll be new challenges for this tomorrow. Porzingis is still live. You can get some ornament balls, and you get a center diamond Porzingis, as we've been talking about. Definitely recommend you knock that out. And then Frostbite. We still have 3 days. I went ahead and bought 3 Frostbite players for really cheap, around 7K. Sold them all back for maybe even a little bit more. I think I broke even after the tax. This is really easy. It's for a Hall of Fame badge. I just need to get 6 more rebounds with the power forward one more time. You can see it's 4 total, so I'm real close. I will get a Hall of Fame badge from this very soon, which is exciting. Always take your free badges. They definitely add up. With that, keep working on your season grind. So one of the challenges today is play a multiplayer game. That's great. I will be playing All-Star Team Up. I'm getting an exchange piece from that. King of the Court just finished up. I took tier 3, so that's pretty exciting. I only played 2 games. I won one and I lost one, and that was enough for tier 3. To get to tier 2 was a huge jump. I would have had to probably win 2 or 3 more games. Didn't really think it was worth it. Of course, getting the option pack would have been great, but I'm excited to see what I get from the 92 plus. And let's go ahead and open that up right now. Let's just see a little drum roll for this. Maybe we get something cool. Power forward Deadeye. Kind of like that. 83 free throw. Be an NBA player. NBA player. Who do we got here? Oh, Detlef Schrempf. I think he was slightly above average when he first came out. This will be a great card for offline because he can shoot super good. And he's power forward, small forward. So I can run pick and pops with him. Not a huge meta breaking card, but hey, for playing 2 games, I literally played 2 games of the King of the Court, end of the night. First game was a really smooth win for me. Second game was against a total sweat. I was on stream when I did that. You could find it. I didn't make a video of it. But if you're feeling up for it, play a couple games of King of the Court. You might win one. You really just need to win 1 or 2 to get to that tier 3, which is a pretty solid reward. But at the same time, if you don't feel up for it, don't feel pressured to do it. The rewards aren't great right now anyway. Like 1 diamond, it didn't really move the needle for me. It was easy enough to get, but I think they will be updating these rewards in the future. So it could be worth it later on. And I always encourage you to keep building your team and keep practicing playing online because it's really important. So that's pretty much it for objectives today. We're doing our dailies, we're catching up on those weeklies. There'll be new wild gems tomorrow. I'm not expecting a ton of challenges for them, but we'll stay on top of it. So just stay on top of your season grind, keep going after the level 40. I kind of flew through it because I did domination, and that's a great way to do it. But keep leveling up, make sure you're using your 2-time XP coins. They're over here under manage. See, I use mine pretty perfectly because I have 0 left, so I really leverage them to help boost me to level 40 so quickly. So just keep on that level grind. If you get to level 40, stay on top of these weekly challenges. In 1 season, you can build your account to be very, very strong. You could have a million MT, a plethora, big word for you guys, a plethora, and that just means a lot, of good, usable cards, and a ton of badges, an absolute ton of badges. And that brings me into something I did want to talk about today, and something we'll dive into more, but it's badge management and what to do with all of these things. And if you're like me, you've been playing for a bit, you probably have a ton of badges. First off, if you want to work the auction house and sell these things, people make a lot of MT on badges. I personally don't use that strategy. You guys know I like to do more bids and I'm more focused on wild gems, but I could absolutely sell these. But I save them to badge up, any card I want to use online. Depending on the card's tier, that's how many badge slots they get. So a Galaxy Opal, I believe, has 6 empty badge slots. I haven't put any on Ant-Man. I have a duplicate anyway. If I do badge one up, it'll be this one because I like his hair a little bit more. So you can add up to 6 badges to a player, and you can see for a player I'm planning on using a bit more, like Julius Randle, I went ahead and added all 6. And so that's what I'm using my badges for, is a player I'm really going to want to use, and then put those badges on him. You can do that with your Hall of Fame badges and your Legend badges. And the kicker with these is they cannot be sold. Now I can go sell this gold brick wall and might be going for a couple thousand MT, looks like it is, and some of these badges are probably going for maybe 10,000. Deadeye's usually a pretty valuable one. It's sitting at about 3, and these badge prices can really fluctuate just depending on what's in need and what's meta at the time, or if a new card drops missing a badge or two, something like On Ball Menace can really spike. But these Hall of Fame and Legends are technically better than gold, but they're not sellable. So what am I going to do with these? These I save. And these I save for one of 2 reasons. I either save it for a really, really good meta reward card. A player like Bosch, who I was like, I'm going to use Bosch for a long time. And so I might add an actual Hall of Fame badge to Bosch. Player like Gugliotta, somebody who's a rewards card who I think will stick in my lineup for a while. And if I want to use one of these, relatively rare Legend or Hall of Fame badges, I'm going to use it on a card I really think I will have some long-term usage out of. The other thing you can do is put it on a sellable player in hopes of boosting his value. And an example of that would be like this Josh Giddey. When I bought him, he already had about 6 Legend badges on him and I think 18 Hall of Fames. But I went ahead and added a couple more. And I did that because I know, I can go sell him at some point. And a badged up Josh Giddey will go for much higher than a non-badged up Josh Giddey. So if you want, you can work the auction house, pick up good cards people want to use. If you don't have the budget for a Giddey, find some meta pink diamonds or even diamonds and say, all right, I have 3 or 4 Hall of Fame badges. I'm going to try to buy a player on the auction house, add these Hall of Fame badges, and then sell back that player. Now, it's not a perfect science. There will be those times where you badge up a player and maybe don't sell at the right time. And on these high-end bids, it's really just a matter of who's on and who's bidding. But for the most part, badged up cards are gonna go for more than non-badged up. And let's look at an example that I believe is up in the auction house right now. Kareem. So this Kareem right here is actually a base Kareem. He comes with 11 Hall of Fames and 7 golds. And right now his highest bid is 700,000. Somebody came in, bought a Kareem, and they added 6 Hall of Fame and 4 Legend badges. And I'm guessing really for the most part it was strategic, and they said maybe I'll use him a little bit, but I'm going to badge this guy up and try to sell him. And you can see, even though this one is more time left, he's already 200,000 higher bid, and it's 100% because of the badges. So you can do this for high-end cards if you have the bankroll for it, but you can also do it for lower end. And let's check out Okongwe, and let's see if I can find him. He's not a center, so we'll just do all. I noticed a good amount of people were badging up this card. And here's another example. So you can see, here's a base one that's a buy now. But plenty of people have come in and started adding, 5 Legend badges, 10 Hall of Fames. I'd be curious to see how much this one goes for. In fact, I'll even bid on it because I think it's pretty good. And look, my bid's not even the highest. It's still not the highest. So I'm not going to keep bidding that thing up. But the point remains, this one's already going for over 100 and probably a good amount over 100. While these ones here that are base are just simply for buyout. So this is another card that you could buy, badge up, and then sell for profit. And the type of card that you want to do that with is something that's very usable and meta. Everyone thinks this card's a pretty meta card. He's 6'10 at the power forward. He can shoot the three, great driving dunk. This is a really good card, and he probably will be for at least a little bit. Maybe even later in the year in salary cap, this guy will probably be a beast. So it's cards like this you want to hone in on, and this can be part of your market analysis. So you want to have a list of cards that are holding their value, and those same cards that are holding their value are the ones that maybe you're trying to bid on, and then those could also be a great opportunity to buy them and badge them out. So just a little tidbit on what to do with badges. We'll dive more into that, but I thought that would be a good note for today, just because it's Monday. We got a little room to operate and things to do. It's one of those things you can just stay up on. Monitor your badges. Ask yourself, what's the best way to get the most out of this badge? Is it to add to a player that I plan on using, or should I look in that market and see if I can add some badges to a player and then flip them for some MT? With that, let's look at the auction house a bit. Today's Monday, which means tomorrow we should be getting a wild gems drop. Prices have already started to move a little bit, and they're going to move a lot more in the next 24 hours. So if you're sitting on wild gems, I'd probably sit a little longer. There's going to be a big fluctuation in the next 24 hours, and possibly by the time this video's out, they've already clipped what's going to be dropped. But these diamonds are up about 35,000, which is great because they were down to 20. I mean, that's a huge jump already. 2 weeks ago, if you bought a bunch of these at 20, which I did, you're probably pretty happy there at 35. And this is without, a really good exchange that requires diamond wild gems. If that comes, these prices could skyrocket. I saw last season in season 2, wild gem amethyst go up to 70,000. They were hovering around 10 to 15 for a long time. And then the Seguin and Igor Demon and all those exchanges like that started dropping, and everybody needed amethyst wild gems, and they spiked up. And what's interesting is people are preemptively doing that. Amethyst wild gems are now up to 25,000. And that's a huge spike because they were as low as 11. They were as low as 11 about a week or two ago. And then they creeped up to 14 and then 18. Now they're at 25. And I'm a little bit confused why their, ratio value is a bit higher than diamonds, because Galaxy Opals are out now. So I think diamonds are going to replace that amethyst need. We'll see if my prediction's correct. Either way, amethyst wild gems are up a bit. Could be people trying to anticipate certain teams that they think they're going to need. So wild gems today, I would say sell if you're sitting on a bunch. If you're thinking about buying, realistically, it would have been better to buy a few days ago as opposed to Monday. As we've talked about on this channel before, the wild gems is kind of like a wave. Sunday, Monday, that wave's building. Tuesday, it's really roaring. And then it can start crashing Thursday, Friday, especially with that new drop. So I usually recommend buying wild gems Thursday, Friday-ish, not Monday. So today would be more of a sell or monitor day. If tomorrow hits and we get some great exchanges, tomorrow is your sell day. And I may be selling big because I'm sitting on a bunch. And so tomorrow could be your sell day if a great exchange comes, if you're sitting on wild gems. To talk about pink diamonds, they're still at bid. I'm not seeing really any buyout wild gems, and I probably would swoop them up right away. I did get 2 pink diamond wild gems just by bidding 100. Just like this one, I just went in and just bid 100. And you know what? For the culture, all right, I thought I might get that one. It has a minute left and it doesn't look like there was a bid on it. So I'll maybe come in here and bid, all right, I might get that one for 100. We'll see. I'm not going to get that John Stockton. So we'll absolutely see if you can get, a pink diamond. But yeah, if you're getting cheap pink diamond wild gems for around 100, it's probably good. Again, it depends on what comes out tomorrow. That's something to monitor. And then other than that, what I like to do is just have your own list of cards are meta and are usable and people are buying. Mine in the last couple of days has been this Amethyst Caruso, and 2 days in a row, I'll throw up the screenshots, I've been able to bid on one and win him under 40K via bid and then resell him for 50. And I could have sold them for more. I realized I've listed them both at 49 and I got them both, one for 33 and one for 36. And I could have probably sold for like 55, but it just shows the power of bid. So I have a bid on this one. I'm going to absolutely bid on this one, and I'll probably post this video pretty quick. So if you want to come and outbid me, I'm not mad at you. It means you're watching the channel. My secrets are your secrets as far as I'm concerned. So I'll be happy to come in and bid on these two guys and be able to sell them for 50. If I don't win, we just move right on. We looked at that Okungwe card. That's another great one. So just have a few cards in your head that, say, hey, this could be a really good meta card. I want to see if I can find, a couple bids. And it's like, how do you find these new cards? Well, you want to find a card that's holding its value. So you could always search by minimum buyout. Now let's see some more higher priced amethysts. Like who's listing like just Jordan Clarkson? That's a great one. It's very meta point guard. So this is how I'm going to find some new cards for my list. So now I see Jordan Clarkson. People are listening for high. Ron Harper maybe. And it's just as simple as getting a card on the top of your mind and then searching for them. And this is how you become familiar with who are good cards and what they're going for. And you can also use, who are you playing against? Oh, I saw someone use this Jordan Clarkson card. So he's about the same price as Caruso. So another meta amethyst, that's going to be up a little higher. There's none anywhere near a valuable bid, but I'm pretty confident he'll sell. He's not selling at 52. So he probably sells around 40 to 45 if I were to list one. So I would need to bid about 37, 38. Just another card, and I can have 8 or 9 of these cards. I'm just going to come, search for them, and then move on. If it's a good card, I'll make a bid. If it's not, I won't. And then, of course, you can always just do the tried and true patented method, and I have multiple videos out on this, and just understand what the minimum price of the day is. For Diamond Wild Gems, it's about 35, and then just search by maximum bid and see if there's any value on some bids that are ending soon. Most of these have been bid up pretty high, but like this one here only has a 500 on it. I'll go ahead and see if I can get them for cheap. I probably will get outbid because, like I said, today's not the best day to buy, so I'm going to be cheap and bid 28, knowing I could easily sell it. But I will do that, and it's not the higher bid. But it's just a good idea just to kind of see what's out there. And when you're doing it, you might get lucky and find a snipe. So I actually found this, or no, oh, and I got outbid on my Rudy. I found this Mark West for cheap. He was about 5 to 10, I think it was 6,000 under what I think amethysts are going for. And I just saw him by doing my filter check, and I got him for 19, and they're going for about 26. So that was enough room for me to make a little profit. So that's a nice little auction house update. Stay on top of it. Every single day you can make MT in the auction house if you just have your parameters, know what things are going for, and be aware of what's coming. Like tomorrow, wild gems are coming, so we got to keep that in our mind when we're making any bids or making any moves. Other than that, keep grinding. Let me know what you all are working on. More content to come, but appreciate you guys locking in. And please like, subscribe, drop a comment. Much love. Peace.